It's been a long, long day, but if you're a supporter of the Reggae Boyz, it'll be a long few months. Breaking it down, like, share, and subscribe. The Reason Boss came across a Reggae Boyz fan, in fact a Jamaican football fan, this afternoon as I was perusing the streets of London. Myself and Mo NN, a friend of mine, came across a Jamaican security man by the name of Ian. Big up yourself, Ian, each and every time. He asked me, am I Jamaican? After I asked him, you're Jamaican? Him say, yeah man. He said, you're Jamaican? I say, yeah man. Kingston and London, England, straight from St. Catherine, Old Harbour style. We said, all right, make me reason. I said, what do you make of Jamaican football? He said, old time Jamaican football was the best. These days, a go on. If Ian was in charge, big up yourself, Ian. If Ian was in charge of Jamaican football, he would subscribe to no club players playing overseas in big teams should represent the Reggae Boyz. Instead, the hungry man, the hungry baller in Jamaica for run things and be part of the Reggae Boyz. Then you would see success come to Jamaica. I said, all right, Ian, you're talking. Interesting. He then went on to say, he's a Reggae Girls fan. A Reggae Girls fan, he said, the Reggae Girls, 3 times World Cup finalists. I stopped him short and just fixed him up a little. Back to back, 2019, 2023. 2 times World Cup finalists, the Reggae Girls. He said, all right, yeah man, whatever. He likes the Reggae Girls. Why? Because they're hungry. They've got passion and desire. And that's why they get the results. An interesting theory. Big up yourself, Ian. Like, share, and subscribe. Rich Poe Sports. Calling out all Jamaican Reggae Boy fans. Listen, it's a heavy, heavy load. If you are a Reggae Boyz fan, you've got to reach for the headache tablets, as Ryan LFC is at pains to do repeatedly. He also has the belt buckle ready. And this is one of the problems with football in Jamaica. On a couple of levels, there's a bag of people who are ready to shout the odds and decry the game, decry the federations, decry and call out that they are better than the coach. They can do a better job in selecting. The Reason Boss, with all due respect to Jamaican content creators, would disagree simply by saying that when I hear some of the preferred selections, some glaring omissions and issues tactical wise rear their heads. Namely, for example, Ryan, coach's desk, anyone I care to name. We max it would know straight away. JD, big up yourself. What a guan. Jamaica's midfield is simply lacking in class. No shame. Joel Latibode, a central defender by trade, playing a defensive midfield role. He's not quite there, but his heart's in the right place. Kevin Lambert, hard-working. Is he the real deal? What happened to Jonathan Russell? He was meant to be the new saviour. No go so. Daniel Johnson. Nah. We need to call spades a spade. Jamaica's strengths lie in the forward settings. Leon Bailey, Damari Gray, Mikel Antonio. They bring the ruckus at their best. Bobby Reid augmenting the attack. But I mentioned Shamar Nicholson. He can hold up the play, but he can hold up the play sometimes in the wrong way, if you get my drift. Let's call a spade a spade. Jamaica should be at their best pushing for World Cup qualification, pushing for a Copa America place, of course, in order to get through the Swiss-based system. A top 2 finish ahead of the likes of Honduras and Cuba should be a shoo-in. But And here's my theme for tonight. Like, share, and subscribe, Rich Post Sports. I'm calling it as I see it. Nothing beats hard work. While the likes of Ryan will be at pains to beat the JFF, the head of the stream, and with due and good valid reasons. Many a fan wants to see what are going on the pitch. Coach Heimir H celebrates 1 year in charge of the Reggae Boyz. I was delighted at his appointment, even just for the simple fact that he's a neutral, quote-unquote, coach. With success with the Icelandic team, he has a crop of talented players at his disposal. He's recognized that overseas talent, Jamaican heritage, overseas talent is there. But it's not necessarily the be-all and end-all. It's not necessarily going to get you across the line. He has got to install tactics. He's got to make some tough calls, the right calls as he sees fit. And he's got to be man enough to make those decisions, because it's his job ultimately on the line. The Reason Boss was reading a newspaper recently. The Reason Boss was reading a newspaper recently. Today on the bus, and let me put this to you. Motorsport. Max Verstappen, Red Bull, said he used to spend a few years bemoaning the success of McLaren and yet yearning to be as successful and more successful than the McLarens. A few years of hard work by the entire Red Bull team eventually saw them usurp McLaren with the likes of Lewis Hamilton, 7 times F1 champion. Now Max Verstappen is in a car and winning 10 races in a row, back-to-back world championships through hard work. In tennis, Coco Gauff, the young teenage American, through hard work and praying to the Father, said, I pray for strength, not pray to win matches. That would be a gimme. Give me the strength so I can play the best I can to take on my opponents. And if I win, I win. If I lose with honor. She is now the US hardcourt tennis champion, her first major title. Gareth Southgate, the England manager, has the mother of all battles with Harry Maguire, who is in the newspapers day in, day out, cussed from left to right, and yet Gareth Southgate says it straight up. Look here, I trust Harry Maguire. I have faith in Harry Maguire, and he's not let me down. Hard work, making the hard calls. England, European finalists. World Cup quarter-finalists, defeated just by eventual runners-up, France. Now with the likes of, hear this. Let me go back to the Jamaican fans. You've got to bring a smile to the face, Jamaican culture. Still churning out people who are bringing a vibe to the stadium. Can you imagine a bunch of people beating drums, young people beating drums, bringing a vibe, watching the Jamaican Haiti game? I saw the vibe in the stands. I said, yeah, man, well, go on, yes, sir. They seemed isolated. They'd been kicked from the grandstand to the bleachers. Lord of mercy. I said to Captain Ian on security, you know your football, have you heard of Phil Foden? Shook his head. So, right, let me try something else. Let me come with something. You heard of Jude Bellingham? Yeah, man. I've heard. All right. Mm-hmm. Just testing the waters, you see. England not good. England have been working hard. St. George's. Administrative wise, JFF, take note. If the streams head not right, it will have an impact. Isms and schisms will surely rear their ugly heads, making the likes of Coach Heimir H work even more difficult. But for fans watching, ultimately we want to see results on the pitch. We want to see unity, patience, tactical acumen, blood, sweat and tears on the field of play. When we see Jamaica huffing and puffing to a 2-2 with Haiti, what we can say is big up to the resolve. These guys on big salaries, life set for many of them, and yet it's a privilege to represent Jamaica. And they say it's a privilege. So, Ian, I would say, and to any fans who believe that certain players have got too much money to care about representing Jamaica, when you are called up, as Mo NN, my friend, said this afternoon, when I put it to him, what's the importance of representing your country? He said, check out Ronaldo, check out Messi. They're elite players. But can you tell the difference between their club and international form? It's a privilege and honor. In fact, you could play for free. You don't need to be worrying about if you're getting paid or not. The honor of representing your country, your island, should be sufficient. Last call, last call. I'm going to grab a cup of tea and see what I'm going in social media. Meanwhile, like, share, and subscribe to Rich Po Sports. Hit 500 subscribers earlier today. Big up yourself, each and every one of you subscribers. I'm so happy for you. I'm so delighted for Rich Po Sports. And I'm honored and humble that you've taken time to like, share, and subscribe, to follow. Stick by Rich Po Sports, bringing you social commentary and sporting commentary. Short and long editions. I salute and look out for more. Like, share, and subscribe. Nothing beats hard work. Coach Heimir, be man enough to make the tough decisions. Be your own boss. Like, share, and subscribe. No excuses guaranteed. Hard work. Hard work. I need to mention quickly, Tite, Tite, the Brazilian manager, left the Qatar World Cup after Brazil were eliminated. I remember Coach Heimir saying that he went to the World Cup to take notes. Tite in the World Cup ended up dancing at one point with his players, his Charleston and company, doing the pigeon dance after Brazil scored a goal. Some people decried him and say, we are going with coach no fair giant with player. No, sir, that can't work. Is he too close? Was he too close to his players to call the odds and call the shots? My son is calling time on me. Coach Heimir, are you too close to some of the players to call the shots? Drop certain players, bring in certain players. Are you being influenced by anyone unduly? If so, take stock. Take stock. I hear that you're not always on the island. I heard you were going to be regularly on the island. Interesting times. Interesting times. You can indeed get a headache or two following the Reggae Boyz, but ultimately, hard work will ultimately win the day from everyone concerned. I always ask the question, does the JFF have a love for the game? Do they love football? Many a time I've heard the answer. It begins with N and ends with a like, share, and subscribe. Gone me gone. Cup of tea. Son, one love, one heart. I hope you feel all right. Peace.